Kids can read. Kids can read. That's the headline. That's the message.
But then there's a subtitle that says, but we're not done yet.
Ooh, what's the whole word?
I think the headline is that students are growing, and I'm just so happy about it.
The middle of year benchmark data was really exciting for K1 and 2.
The word is what? Yes, sick. Ooh.
We had up to 33% growth in kindergarten.
Ready? Yes.
We could not be happier with the amount of growth that we saw for the 3 grade levels.
Ready.
Just to like put it in perspective, it's like if I move from like well below to like approaching, that means like I can now say sounds. I can decode nonsense words. I may be reading some words. And so it's just like skills that they need, that they'll need for the rest of their lives, and they can see that they're moving up and they're getting better and better and better at those skills.
Say it fast. Get ready.
Yeah. Beginning of the year, majority of class was well below. And now we have a lot more who are meeting the target, a couple who are above the target, and a lot more who are just almost there. They're right there on the cusp. So big growth for
I just
sure.
got one. Let's see how many you guys got. 1, 2, 3.
We're learning to prioritize data every day, which comes along with this shift in curriculum and shift to give students exactly what they need.
The word is what? Shift.
Making sure that we're putting the right skills and lessons in front of children in their data-driven small group instruction.
It's like playing doctor. It's like, all right, I fixed you. Let me sew you up. Now I gotta unsew you. Let me rearrange some things and stuff, and like sew you right back up. So it's like constantly playing doctor.
Put yourselves on the brain. Y'all are smart.
Now that kids are in this like groove and routine, now let's like focus on those numbers every single week and what they mean, and where can we make slight tweaks, not go off course, but slight tweaks in instruction to make sure that our instruction is data driven.
Say it fast.
So just thinking about how can I use every precious second in the day to give them those extra practices, extra at-bats, and get them where they need to be.
We know that what we're doing is working, but then once you get good, it's a little bit harder to get to great. We have to watch the data, but we have to stay the course.
So proud.
A kindergarten teacher's work is never done. You know, I want students to celebrate their successes, but I want them to know like every day is learning. Like we keep learning every day. Like we mastered this and now we move on to this. Now we mastered this and we move on to this. And I want them to approach just life in general. Like every day is learning, and I want them to continue that.
I think we're both very, how do I say it, like goal driven.
We are.
So even when there's something to celebrate, we're both just like, what's next? Like, this is my
on to the next
goal.
thing. Right.
And so between that, I feel like a lot of our conversations are very, what are we going to do now, rather than look what we just did.
Right.
I just know that the work is worth it. Like it's worth it that my students learn to read. And so I go into this work just thinking like, no, it's not easy, but it's worth it. I love to see my kids learn and grow.